Happy Friday. Just finished up some games. Waiting on Jeff to get in here. We just wanted to go live, kind of recap this Auburn Baylor game. Interesting. Very interesting. I see comments already. Keep sending them. Keep sending them. We're going to get to them. Maybe not as competitive as some people think. If you watched the live Thursday, I think we all picked Auburn to win the game. Man, I don't know how I feel about this one. I'm not a refs person. Definitely not a refs person, but the refs were not doing Baylor any favors. It was kind of a tough watch in that sense. But I did notice some things that I want to talk about with you guys. We're going to get into it in just a second. If you're new here, please like, subscribe, do all the things, hit the notification bell, leave a big thumbs up on this video. Thanks for joining us. You could be doing a lot of other things at almost midnight my time on a Friday, and you're here with us. And yeah, thank you. Alabama plays tomorrow. We'll be doing this after big games all season. Doesn't matter how late it is. We'll jump in. There's Jeff. Let's give him a second, and we'll add him to the stage. Jeff, give me a big thumbs up when you're ready, sir. Or you can add yourself. You're an admin. I forgot. Anyway. So yeah, let's talk about some of your comments here. First one right there, Chuck. Yes, Auburn has no passing game. Yeah, that definitely stuck out big time. Auburn won this game with 108 yards passing. Let's see. Jackson Arnold was 11 for 17 for 108 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Auburn's game plan was to run the ball. They're going to use Jackson Arnold, obviously, very much like they did at Oklahoma. That is basically the offense they ran. It worked. Baylor made some questionable decisions. Domo, what's up, man? It's good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing all right. Did you pick me up that shirt when you went shopping yesterday, man? I hope so. Link, what's going on? It wasn't a great showing. I know that Auburn fans are going to be excited about it. Auburn's defense looked rough. Their secondary, that was shocking to me. I'm going to be honest. I'm not trying to talk down on them, to be honest with you. Like, they look slow. They got torched. They absolutely got torched for what? 483 yards overall, 419 through the air. Baylor only rushed for 64 yards. So that is a huge, huge problem for Auburn football moving forward, because that one-dimensional offense is not going to work. Yes, it worked against Alabama last year. Let's call it what it is. It worked against Alabama last year because of Kane Womack running that vanilla-style defense. It worked in the Oklahoma game because the defense was on the field 75% of the time because the offense couldn't move the ball and give them a break. I don't see Auburn, honestly, man. I don't see Auburn being successful that way. Now, maybe their game plan was just to run the ball. They knew they weren't going to have to throw it. Maybe that's kind of what they were going for. I don't know. But man, that was weird. And then I have to consider Auburn has a really good group of wide receivers. Like, I'm not going to sit here and just crap on them because they're Auburn. I don't like them just as much as you don't, but I'm going to be realistic about it. They've got a really good group of wide receivers. So it's hard for me to imagine that they're not going to use those receivers at some point in time during the season. But I don't typically agree with Robert Griffin III. I think he says just ridiculous stuff. He said at one point in time during a tackle that was made, that man's hugging that man like he owes him money, end quote. So, but he did make a very good observation about Jackson Arnold in this game. He said he's a one read and go quarterback. I don't know what the media's obsession is with run first quarterbacks. All of a sudden, a quarterback's job is to distribute the ball, not to be the offense solely. And I miss the days of pure pocket passing quarterbacks. Not to say I don't like running quarterbacks. Mobile quarterbacks are important, but you need a guy who's a pass first quarterback. I miss that kind of football. And yes, Jay Bake, yeah, absolutely. But the implications are what happens with that wide receiving room if this is what Auburn's offense looks like all season. What happens in terms of their recruiting? What happens in terms of these guys that they've got Perry Thompson sitting back there. I don't think he's playing much right now. Obviously Cam Calhoun, who, I mean, they've got some really good receivers. But I mean, Baylor had him locked up most of the game. Cam got loose a little bit early in the game, but after that, if the first option wasn't there, Arnold was taking off on the ground. It was it's funny to me because I know Auburn fans are going to be really excited about what they saw. At least the majority of them. There will be some that'll see what it is for what it is. Hey, Jeff.
What's up? Sorry about that.
Hey, we're talking about this glorious Auburn Baylor game, but I mean, my reaction, Jeff, to this was kudos to Auburn. We all knew Auburn was going to win this game. But much like I'll do to Alabama tomorrow, even if they win by 40 points, there's going to be things I'm going to look at and go, I didn't like this. I didn't like this. What I saw from Auburn was two things. They were one-dimensional. And that's worrisome if you're an Auburn fan, because you and I both know, as many of the people watching this video, you guys know ball, right? That's not going to work in conference play. You're going to have to be able to throw the ball.
I said there's going to be a point they're going to have to do that.
Yeah. And then and Jackson Arnold doesn't have a good track record of being able to do that no matter where he's been.
Trust me, we know this. We just lived through this exact thing.
Yes. And then secondly, did you notice how slow Auburn secondary was? I thought that was
shocked. Early in the game when they hit that pass up the sideline, that number 8 looked like he was about 2 steps slower.
Yeah.
They looked very slow. I was shocked at how maybe they were tight. I don't know, but they looked slow. I know we have one catch tonight. I'm sure he'll be loving 15 to 20 runs from the quarterback and 10 to 12 attempts, passing attempts. I'm sure he'll enjoy that. That's
exactly what I was just saying, Jeff. I was talking about if this is the offense that they're going to run and it doesn't evolve past this, that's going to be hard for some wide receivers to digest and swallow, and want to stay on. Now let's take a look at their schedule.
Let's say, what's their schedule looking like?
I'm bringing it up right now so we can take a peek. I'm pulling an old Herb and Raj so we can just look at it this way.
Shout out Herb and Raj.
Yeah, they're down in Tallahassee right now. That may be hard for you to see as the viewer, but I can see it just fine. So they got Ball State next week in South Alabama. Now, shout out J-Bake. J-Bake is convinced that South Alabama is going to beat them in Jordan here.
I don't know about that.
J-Bake, what's your score prediction, buddy?
If he's just going to run up the middle 15 times for 150 yards.
Gage, are you talking about Trigg? Because that dude was legit, man.
Number 1? Yeah, the very last attempt. If that had been a decent throw, that's a touchdown. But
yeah, absolutely.
Big shot. No. That'd be awesome, J-Bake, but I don't know if that's happening.
Well, let's see. They've got South Alabama. Then they got to go to Oklahoma. Oklahoma is... Listen, if you guys don't know John Mater, you need to learn that name. Oklahoma's quarterback, this kid's going to be legit. He's going to be a problem for a lot of folks this year.
You think?
Do what?
You said you think he is?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, if I could go back and redo the Heisman Dark Horse pick from Thursday night's live show, I would probably pick that kid. I wish I would have.
Yeah.
If Sawyer Robinson is going to saw up Auburn for 419 yards and 3 touchdowns, John Mater is going to let him have it, man. Then
Ty Simpson going to eat him up too.
I agree. Then Auburn's got to go to Texas A&M. A&M is going to run a very similar offense, I think, to Auburn. They get Georgia at home. That's an L. They get Missouri at home. They're going to go to Arkansas. Get Kentucky at home. They're going to Vandy. Watch out there. Mercer, and then Bama. So I think I see 1, 2, 3, 4 losses on this schedule.
That's an improvement from the preseason. You had them at 6-6.
Yeah. I mean, dude, their defensive line's legit. Baylor did a really good job.
I liked what I saw from the front.
Yeah. They did a really good job containing Falk. I mean, he started to kind of pop there in the fourth quarter when they needed him. But that's
what you need. Yep.
Yeah. Now, something I will say about Auburn's defense is when it came to actually tackling, not coverage, but actually tackling, they were extremely aggressive.
Yeah.
They were extremely aggressive. They were extremely aggressive running the ball with their running backs too, but I don't know that they can maintain that all season. You saw it already, dudes getting dinged up, having to, pat the helmet, call themselves out. That's worrisome. It's week 1, man, and you're,
maybe they're not quite in shape yet. Maybe take a few games to really get in game shape, but
I would argue that this is going to be the best shape they're going to be in all season.
It's hard to get ready for game speed without playing in live games. So maybe take a game or two to
maybe
get your legs up under you for game speed, not practice reps and
no, yeah, I'm with you.
Whatever, maybe just some game speed.
But dude, getting ripped up like that,
man, they got carved up. I was very surprised.
That's got to be concerning. And what was even worse is coming into the game, the announcers were talking about the secondary and how it's the best part of Auburn's team and blah blah blah, and then they just get torched. I did make a difference. There were a couple things, some penalties. Obviously, the kick return for a touchdown. Sawyer Robinson missed a couple of wide open wide receivers that probably could have kept this thing neck and neck.
Man. They highlighted it early in that game, that one play, that the throw to the end zone that he missed. They were like, this guy was wide open down here.
Yeah. Also, Baylor's for whatever reason in the first half, Baylor was obsessed with trying to run it up the middle, and it just wasn't working. And they just kept trying and kept trying.
Play calling in that inside the 5 when they had the ball down there inside the 5.
Yeah.
And it was like run up the middle, and then incomplete pass, field goal. And it was like, you can't run up the middle against Auburn. Their defensive line's too good. They're too good up front.
I agree. Yeah, and kudos to that defensive line. They
solid.
They stuffed the run. Absolutely, they stuffed the run.
If their secondary could hold their ass, they'd be fine. But secondary getting lit up, and it was like quick passes, and they would catch and run for 30 yards. And I was like, they're 5 yards faster than all the secondary.
Yeah. Bama, ex-Bama wide receivers kind of showed out tonight. I don't know how I feel about that. Kobe Prentice had a pretty good game with Baylor. Emmanuel Henderson had a big touchdown catch over there at Kansas. And that tells me one thing. What was holding those guys back at Alabama?
Who had the catch at Kansas for Kansas?
Emmanuel Henderson.
Oh, he's at Kansas now?
E-man, yeah.
Is he playing receiver?
Mm-hmm. I think so. He might be a tight end, but I'm pretty sure he's a receiver.
Tight end. I mean, he was like the number 1 running back coming out of high school. He got buried on the wide receiver depth chart.
I remember, I'll be honest, man, I've kind of forgotten about a lot of these. I heard Kobe Prentice's name get brought up, and I was like, oh, man, I forgot all about him.
I'll never forget Kobe Prentice for that Oklahoma game when he quit on that play. He was half responsible for that Milrow pick 6.
Yeah. But I've come to a conclusion. Some of you have already picked up on this. If you're in our Waaaay Offsides game chat on X, you've heard this. Jackson Arnold, as of right now, what he looked like in this game looks very much like Alabama last year in terms of what they had with Jalen Milrow. They will be able to beat teams who can't match them in terms of roster talent. But when it comes to teams like Georgia and Alabama, it's going to show. And they're going to be hyped. They're going to be hyped if they won this game. But I think come Monday, Tuesday, when analysts really start looking at it, they're going to go, wait a minute, we got some serious problems here. Well, it's funny that you – I want to address this. It's funny that you bring that up. Goated profile picture, by the way. If that's what I think it is, that's pretty badass.
That is pretty badass.
Yeah.
Mine's holding a lightsaber, for crying out loud.
But to answer this question, so Auburn first of all has a history of just going and getting run first quarterbacks. I'm convinced that the administration at Auburn is forever trying to replicate Cam Newton. If you watch Last Chance U, it's on Netflix. You can go binge watch it after this weekend after football's over. Rhett Lashley goes down to watch John Franklin III. The kid runs in 6 touchdowns, doesn't throw one, just runs them in, and he offers them on the spot. The kid ended up coming to Auburn and was terrible. And so, I tweeted out the night that Oklahoma beat Alabama. I tweeted out, I wish I could go back and find it. I probably can if I tried hard enough. I literally tweeted out that night, Jackson Arnold would be the next starting quarterback at Auburn. It was so predictable. And all you got to do is beat Alabama and they'll go after you, brother.
That's why I want them off the schedule.
Yeah.
Anyway, shout out Army 3275. I don't know if you saw his follow-up answering your question there.
Yeah, we're at in Iraq, man. So when and where, if you don't mind telling me. There's a reason I'm asking.
Did you see the end of that Colorado game?
I did. Hey man, I'm 100% right now on picks, baby.
Are you?
I'm feeling good.
Nice.
Feeling really good. Really good.
Well, part of me wanted Auburn to lose just for the fun.
Yeah.
I did pick them to win, so I needed them to win to help make up for my dreadful start. But I'm not going to lie, it would have been a lot funner had they lost. But I didn't think they were going to lose. They just looked on offense. They looked just stronger and faster. I mean, they just at the end they're like, we can't throw. We're just going to line up and run it we're just going to run it every play. It's fine. 300 something yards rushing, and it's like 11 completions for 105 yards. That's exactly what Cam Coleman signed up for.
Sounds very similar. I'm going to assume. I'm going to assume Ramadi. Am I guessing right? You can.
Were you Army?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember what branch.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about, man. Well, happy you're still with us, brother. Absolutely. I'm gonna tell you a story really quick. This is completely off base, but when I got out, I did 12 years. I did a few deployments. When I got out, I struggled with the whole "thank you for your service" thing. Didn't know what to say. And I was walking into a grocery store one day, and there's this little old guy sitting in a wheelchair with his World War II hat on, sitting right outside of the door. And those guys, he's got the 101 patch on. I mean, it's a real badass dude, And so I walk up to him, and of course I'm like, "Hey man, thank you for your service." This little guy looked me straight in the eye, and he goes, "You're worth it." And dude, I'm a grown man standing in front of a grocery store tearing up, and so that is I've adopted that response. So I use it every time, man. Every time. You're worth it. So
great story.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that.
I love, I send it out at work every year. I'm like, "Hey, you're worth it." Some of you aren't worth it, but it's fine. I'm just kidding.
Savage.
No, I mind if Auburn wins every game. I get it. I don't want them to win every game. I don't want them to have any kind of momentum. None whatsoever. Listen, Hugh Freeze is a really good recruiter. It's yet to be determined if he's a really good coach.
We'll find out this year. He's got a loaded roster this year.
He does. He doesn't have the depth he needs to do it the whole way, but third ID, got it. And so if you're on X, DM me on X. I'll share that with you on X on the side. But anyway, what was I saying? Who was I talking about?
His X handle's down here. Look down under his name over here.
Yeah. Just type in Waaaay Offsides. You'll find it. But and we'll add you to the group text. Anyway,
yes.
What the hell was I saying? Oh God. Hugh Freeze. Yeah.
His most talented roster, not very deep.
Yeah, it's not deep yet, but it does fit into that whole, like, them going to get Jackson Arnold because Jackson Arnold beat Alabama. Why do you think they went and got Hugh Freeze? Because Hugh Freeze beat Nick Saban when he was at Ole Miss. And so it's the verdict is still out on how good of a coach he can be, but he's definitely got some things to fix. I mean, I've never seen a team, but they still went on the road and won. It's not, we're not talking, Baylor's not a playoff team, this is kind of equivalent to Alabama going up to Wisconsin and beating them last year.
Did what they should have done.
Mm-hmm. They absolutely did, but they've got some glaring issues. And personally, if I was an Auburn fan, I'd be concerned, especially after watching what happened to Alabama last year when they were so one-dimensional because Jalen Milroe wasn't consistent. What happened when they needed to actually throw the ball to win the game? They couldn't. And so it happened at
No.
Tennessee. It happened at Oklahoma. And so if I was Auburn, I'd
The
be
Tennessee game is the most glaring.
Yeah.
In that equation.
Yeah.
That
So,
game we should have won by 3 touchdowns, but
I agree. And you're looking again.
That's another show.
Looking at Auburn's schedule, you're looking at potentially 1, 2, 3. Let me count these up here. I'm not going to count South Alabama in this, J-Bake, but 1, 2, 3, 4. They're going to play 4 probably top 25, top 30 defenses. So they better get it figured out. And yes, I agree with you, Shaq. I agree. I think Baylor did a lot more damage to themselves than Auburn did. I think the opportunities were there. The quarterback was off a lot of the game, but still, again, he went 27 for 48 for 419 yards and 3 touchdowns.
And he missed a lot of throws, and they dropped several throws that I saw. I mean, I was like, here's the difference. You're playing in games like this against SEC team, and you're dropping balls and missing open throws, and it's like you can't you can't miss that many. Now they hit a lot. They got a lot of them, but they missed several.
Michael Trigg went
timely flags.
Michael Trigg went for 99 yards on 7 catches. He was averaging 14 yards a catch. Let's just go ahead and call that 100 yards. Cole Wilson, 138 yards on 8 receptions, man. Almost 17
running
yards.
all over the place.
Yeah. So you're talking about 2 potential 100-yard receivers in one game. Then Ashton Hawkins had 4 for 70. They had, let's see this.
I know, timely penalties, Shaq. Just timely, like the worst time penalties after like 50-yard plays.
They had 6 guys record multiple catches, and 5 of them averaged 15 yards or more per catch.
A lot of yak, tons of yak tonight.
Yeah, 3 of those averaged 18 yards or more. One of them averaged 27 yards a catch.
Dang.
Yeah, they've got some glaring
27 yards a catch.
Absolutely, Gage. That's what we do this for folks like you.
Thank you, Gage. Appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody give Gage a big roll tide. You know what? I got it. I got you, Gage. Get ready. This is just for you. Beautiful. We're going to hear a lot of that tomorrow. That's what we're going to do now from now on. We're going to save that for for members. That's members only, baby. Only members get the elephant.
Only members get the elephant.
All right, guys, let's before we're not going to do this long tonight because it's past midnight where I am, but how are we feeling about Bama tomorrow? I already see some of the comments. Army's got them 38-24.
Any difference in the rain?
Is
it still high percentage?
Actually, it's showing that there's going to be, I told you guys, I've been saying it. It's Florida. The weather changes on a dime. Right now, it's showing that there's going to be about 4 hours of clear weather. We'll see if that holds up.
I was just about to ask you, living in Florida, like this is
it changes, man.
It'll change the hour.
Dude, I can literally walk out of my front door. Over here, there's a hurricane, and back there, it's like super bright, and like you can. It's ridiculous.
I don't see the line like right down the middle. This is
dude. Florida's bipolar. It's crazy. So, Zach, what's our score prediction? I got 34-17 Bama. That's my score prediction. I don't. Link, I get it, dude. I get it. I understand the concerns about the weather. I do, but Jeff can attest to this. I've been saying this for weeks too. I think Bama's game plan coming into this is going to be to establish the run anyway. I think that's going to be their game plan. Put their offensive line, O-line, put their O-line to the test.
Yeah,
and kind of take the pressure off of Ty Simpson's shoulders. You got to think Ty Simpson's been around football for a long time. He's been around Alabama for a long time. However, this is still his first start. It's on the road. Doak Campbell Stadium is an intimidating environment. They're going to be doing that stupid war chant. What's the best way to take the pressure off the running back? Give him short, easy throws or run the football.
Well, and no matter what, there's the first time you step out there as QB1, it's different. No matter how long you've been there, no matter how well you know the system, no matter what, the first time you walk out of that tunnel as QB1 is different. I've never done that, but I can just only imagine it's a different feeling when you know you're QB1. Like
absolutely, yeah.
It's different.
I agree.
And I think that even if it is bad weather, it's going to affect Florida State too.
Sure.
My only worry is plays like they busted plays where he gets loose and takes off running. I don't think he can consistently throw the ball to beat us. I just don't. I don't think
he's gonna try to do it on the ground, and I think it's going
to be all about some misdirection.
Yeah, and I think some of the talk that he's kind of been flapping them gums. I think some of that is going to possibly catch up with him. I don't want anybody to get hurt. I'm not wishing that on anybody. But it's hard to believe that some of these guys aren't going to take that personal. To be honest with you, So
I mean, but
there is. This is what I don't understand. A lot of FSU.
Yes.
I get supporting your team. I get it, but a lot of FSU fans are completely like bought into this kid, and this was still something that happened, and I don't understand it. I really don't get it.
In small defense of Florida State fans, remember the quarterback play they had last year. So if this kid that isn't the most dynamic thrower and got benched at Boston College is such an upgrade over what you had last year. No wonder 2-10 was what we rolled out with.
Don't put John's comment up.
Oh,
easy, John.
I'd like to see some snot bubbles too there.
I mean, I don't mind seeing them getting whipped at all by any means. I don't want to see anybody get hurt, man. Like I get it.
I just want us to feed the guys, the playmakers, and let them do their thing. I don't think we have to get too fancy. I think it can be pretty simple tomorrow, especially if the weather's suspect. But Grubb's a thrower and he likes to throw. But I'm with you. I think he's going to throw a curveball and come in leaning on the run to open up things for Ty.
Let's turn about this. Let's go back to the Auburn game for a second, Jeff, if you don't mind. I like this comment because you're absolutely right. There's got to be some concern there. Now, Auburn does have a lot of faith in Deuce Knight, who's sitting behind Jackson Arnold. But yeah, man, I mean, if this is their offense and this kid gets hurt,
is Deuce the 2? Is he the number 2?
I think so. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't kept it with their depth chart, but I would imagine so.
Back up
to keep him,
but him in the depth chart.
Yeah, but I mean, if Jackson Arnold were to get hurt, dinged up, then that could be catastrophic.
If he keeps running like that, because he doesn't slide much. He's like Jake Coker. Coker just out there laying shoulders on people.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just don't know that you can do that through a 12 game. And then playoff run. You just can't do that. The body does only take so much.
Absolutely. Hey, real quick, while we got a little lapse, there are 202 of you watching. Most of you aren't commenting.
Wow.
Yeah, most of you just sitting back there watching. That's okay. But I encourage you to at least comment, give a thumbs up, a roll tide. Let us know where you're watching from. I promise nobody's going to bite your head off here. If they do, Jay Bates, the moderator, he'll handle it. I promise. Also, hey, guys, some really cool news. Jeff tweeted this out earlier. We found Bill. Hashtag we found Bill. Bill is back amongst the living, and he will be back soon. Bill doesn't know this yet, but he's also going to be taking up the blog writing stuff because I can't do it on top of everything else. So Bill's going to be doing some blog writing. If you haven't checked out the blog,
Bill's a good writer.
Yeah, he is a good writer. It's at WaaayOffsides.com. Waaaay with 4 A's, never 3, never 4. Skip. Sorry, tell him.
Waaaay, this is all caps. Waaaay. Waaaay.
Listen to Skip.
Yeah, thank you, Skip. When you go there, you're going to get a pop-up to enter your email. I promise we're not going to sell your email to anybody in China. Your personal information. All that does is we're actually able to shoot out new videos via email, blog posts, things like that. Anything we're hearing, anything we're talking about, we can send it directly to your inbox. So feel free to put in your email address there. I was playing around with it today. It just went live this morning. I'm super excited about it. So I'm begging you, go to the website and put your email in there, please. Right? Thank you. Jeff, did you put your email in there?
I did.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's go to the comments. Everybody's excited. What time is the show tomorrow? If you're talking about the game, it's at 2:30 Central Time. If you're talking about our show, we'll pop on live shortly after it's over, I will say there's a lot of football on tomorrow. I want to watch all of it. So, you know, we'll also be mindful of your time, but we'll hop on and kind of do a wrap up at some point tomorrow night. If you hit the notification bell, though, you'll know exactly. Your phone will tell you.
You never know when. We might go live immediately. You never know. Maybe hours later.
You know what? In like 3 hours, Jeff and I may both be awake and be like, "Hey, man, you want to do another live?"
Hey, let's hop on, dude. This LSU Clemson game was wild. We got to talk about this. So we may jump on twice tomorrow. You never know if that Clemson LSU game is something crazy. Man, we'll be up in here.
This one
reacting.
The spur of the moment thing here. Like this was just us kind of deciding to jump in out of nowhere. So
yeah,
don't mind.
Well, we were hoping it would be like a closer game, so we could kind of hop in the middle of the fourth quarter, kind of and watch it out. And then when it went up by 14, it was kind of like, well.
Picks for LSU and Clemson. I'm taking the Tigers in LSU Clemson, the purple ones. And then I am actually taking the Buckeyes. I'm taking the defending national champions.
I took Clemson and Ohio State. I picked against both SEC teams tomorrow. I don't know why. Week 1 jitters, I guess.
Are we just not SEC homers? I mean, the SEC didn't do great in the postseason last year.
I'm not a Brian Kelly guy, and how could I don't know.
Did you guys know Brian Kelly murked a kid? I can't say the one word when he was at Notre Dame.
Yeah, go read about that.
Okay, yeah, Google it.
Yeah, thank you, Kat. The dude could walk off campus now and be the number 1 pick. Right now, I promise you. Right now,
it doesn't make any sense.
He doesn't even need to play this year. He's the number 1 pick in the draft. Doesn't even need to play this year.
Yeah, John, you're absolutely right. If they were able to prevent that kick return,
dude, John, they had 2 big plays. They lost for their own penalties. Like they had 2 of them. They were down on the goal line, and they had them both called back. As nuts.
Yeah. The face mask, which I think they scored on that drive anyway, didn't they? The face mask.
Did they?
They missed. I think so. I might be wrong. I can't remember.
Now, and Baylor did score on that play where they had that long run called back on the holding. They did wind up scoring on that drive.
Yeah.
So they had to run a lot more time off the clock, several more plays.
Wait, hold on. What? Well, I don't know what this means, but okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. Yeah, Texas fans, they're a different breed, man. Here's the thing, though, Zachary, about Texas fans. It doesn't matter if they're making the playoff or going 5-7. They're always going to think they're better than you. So there's really nothing we can do about it except just kind of
deal with it. You just accept who they is.
Jay said he'll dox the refs. Hey, I will say kudos, J-Bake. I think it might have been you, but kudos to whoever got all of the information for the referee crew for the Auburn Baylor game and keeping track of that in case they ever call a Bama game this season. Whoever that was fantastic investigatory work. Fantastic work. So
that was impressive.
Yeah, you would think that, wouldn't you? But I mean,
that was an SEC crew tonight. Timely flags. Did they go to review? He was just a half yard short. Womp womp.
Great stuff.
Jason Autry, that name. You remember that name?
Yes, sir.
He's like the Pat Adams of the football crew.
Herb
Raj, which I don't know who it is.
It's probably Herb. Are you guys in Tallahassee? If you are,
I was trying to get Herb to stop in Montgomery on his way through, but
I sent him a message earlier.
I can't blame him for not wanting to stop in the gum either.
Yeah, for those of you who are in Tallahassee, I'm not going to make it over. I want to, but if you've been following the channel for the past couple of weeks, I got hill stuff going on. It's just not a good idea to travel over there. I'm about 4 hours from there, so it's not a good idea to travel this weekend.
Yeah, you don't want to.
I'm doing good.
Whatever you'd catch in Tallahassee to whatever you're dealing with.
Oh, they are in the Hassie. Did you get your hepatitis vaccine? This is a very important question.
Is that what that C is next to your name? Is that what it means? You've been vaccinated now that you're in Tallahassee for Hep C?
Yeah.
No, Army. Stuff, I'm buying the Penn State hype as a playoff team. They'll be in the playoffs. They'll win 10, 11 games. They'll be in the playoffs, and then James Franklin will always James Franklin. don't know, maybe
Yeah.
Drew Aller turns the corner this year and they win a couple playoff games. I don't know.
Yeah. Look, if Julian Sayin is what we thought he was going to be when he was committed to Bama, Ohio State's going to be they're going to win the Big Ten. I mean, like they've got the best offensive player and the best defensive player in college football overall. They've got plenty of weapons. They've recruited really well. I hate to say it, but Ryan Day's not a terrible coach. And so, Penn State's just not at that level. They're good, but so last year, Army, I did a video before the season started on teams that the media always hypes and overranks. And Miami was on there, Notre Dame was on there, Penn State was on there. And I think that's going to play out as the season goes on.
I mean, Penn State plays 2 hard games a year, and they usually go 1-1 or 0-2.
So,
and then they lose in the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. To Gage's point, when the big ones, they don't win them.
I mean, if that's like the Spurrier at South Carolina, you're 11-2 every year, but there's really no beef to it. Whole train shirt. Yeah. You see Cat's comment? Hope you're wearing your Whole train shirt.
My favorite thing is it's really hard for me when we're doing a show because Cat and other people like Jay Bake or Herb and Raj, because they're all in these comment sections on different shows together, especially folks that we do shows with, and they just kind of go on these tangents with each other in the comments.
Like the same core group. We just
and they're just bouncing around, just talking smack, and I love it. Yeah, get the likes up. Get the likes up. A lot of you are watching over on X. I appreciate you. Give us a retweet over there.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Over and under 3 passing TDs for Ty tomorrow. I'm going to say under just because I still think it's going to rain a little bit. If it
I don't think he's going to need to throw enough to warrant 3 tubs unless somebody breaks a long one or something that wasn't a shot. But I'd say a couple.
Let me tell you how I think this is going to work tomorrow. I think for a quarter, Alabama's going to be very stubborn about running the football. I think this will be a close game going into the second quarter. Probably 10 minutes into it, Alabama will pull away a little bit. Coming into the third quarter, FSU will get a little hype, maybe score, and then after that, it's going to be Alabama. And I think that those big plays will come around the third quarter. That's what I think. Ryan Williams over 100 receiving yards tomorrow? Not yet. Again, I could be completely wrong, but I feel like Alabama's game plan is going to be to establish the run, to challenge their offensive line. That's going to be the primary focus of their game plan tomorrow. They know that they can out-talent FSU. And they're going to win strictly on talent as long as they don't do anything stupid, like, knock on wood, but
turn the ball over.
I really do think that they'll lean heavy on the run, whether there's rain or not. So, joyless Merc ball. I can't say that word.
I would love to emphasize the run. Have a much heavier run percentage than throws tomorrow. I think if we're running the ball all day, if we have that many rushing attempts, that means we're like it was like Auburn tonight. They had a bunch of rushing attempts because they just ran all night, and I think
it worked.
I'd love to see us do that.
Yeah, they didn't have to do anything else.
I don't want Ty to have 15 carries or every pass play to look once and take off. I don't want him doing that.
Yeah. I like this question, and I have an interesting answer. Would you like to try to answer first, Jeff?
Man, that's a tough one. Hot take here, Josh Cuevas.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that.
Going a tight end.
Seam
right the tight end for a touchdown.
I like it. I'm going to go with Ty Simpson, and I'm going to say on the ground.
I almost said Ty Simpson.
Yeah. I can see Alabama running down in the red zone, running kind of an option read down there near the goal line, and Ty just pulling it and cutting around the end and walking right in. I can see that, kind of like Jalen Milroe used to do, just to kind of remind folks, hey, I got wheels too.
I can run a little bit. I can run a little bit.
I wouldn't be surprised
to see that too.
I wouldn't be surprised here. For those of you who don't know, he's a different style runner. Okay. It's a different style. Let me be very clear about that. He's a couple of inches shorter, but in terms of weight, Daniel Hill is the exact same weight Derrick Henry was when he played at Alabama. This is a big dude. So a lot of folks don't realize that, but
listen to me, people. that doesn't mean he's going to look like Derrick Henry.
Yeah, that's not what I'm
when
saying.
He totes the rock. Calm
Yeah.
down, everyone.
I know.
Calm down, Twitter.
I did a video about that, and everybody's like, "What are you saying?" I'm like, "No, man, that's not what I'm saying. I'm trying to just explain to you like how big this guy is. Like, I'm trying to
in reference to the size.
Could we see deer tomorrow? It will have to be a blowout. It would have to be a big time blowout. I think that they're going to probably redshirt deer. I think
that. He may play some in the next couple of games because of the opponent.
Yeah,
but I think they probably will redshirt him.
It's going to be interesting. I don't want to get too far in the weeds on this, but I think we understand that Alabama is going to lose at least one running back, probably two at some point in time. Yeah. They are too stacked. They're going to bring in Xavier Crowell, who is better than he's better than AK Deer. So
did anybody see that clip of him running that touchdown tonight?
Yeah.
If not,
I put a
short. I'm saying. If not, go check it.
Yeah, dude's fast.
The dude turned the corner and said goodnight.
Yeah. Somebody asked who will be the sack leader for Bama this season. My money's on James Smith.
I could see that.
Yeah, my money's on James
if Overton could finish, I would put my money on him because he like quarterback pressures all night.
I know. I got to see it first though. I got to see it. But yeah, Dre Washington, dude, Alabama's extremely blessed at the running back position. We had Clint Lamb on last night. We talked about the running back room.
Awesome.
I literally said to him, I was like, I don't see a running back room in the country nearly as deep and talented as Alabama's. And he's like, I mean, he agreed. So first defensive touchdown. You guys are asking some burners this year. So I would say it's gonna be a pick six. So
just give me a defensive touchdown this year.
Yeah. Give me
one year we had like 9. Last year we're just like begging for one.
Yeah, Bill gets really hung up on non-offensive touchdowns.
Yeah.
Give me Zay with a pick six.
That'll work.
Are you writing these down so we can keep track? Zachary, write them down, man.
Riley might get some carries.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm hoping we run the ball so much that at least 3 running backs get 7, 8, 9, 10 carries.
He said Hubbard. Okay. Yeah. Bray. I forgot. Dude, Keon. Yeah. Keon Sapp, Damani Jackson. You can make an argument for golly, man.
I think Bray's going to get him a pick.
It's crazy to me. I was telling Clint, I did that video on the Wolf position, kind of breaking it down, the depth there. And I was going through that position, and that ended up me like kind of looking at other position groups and going through the depth chart and looking at it. It is so easy to forget how much talent Alabama still has, despite NIL, despite the transfer portal. And then you tack on the fact that they didn't lose anybody in the spring window. There's a reason they're the most talented roster in college. If you guys haven't seen it, statistically, Alabama is I've been saying it since the spring, Alabama is the most talented roster in college football in 2025.
Yeah, put it together. Like the pieces are there. The pieces are there.
Yeah.
Jaden Roberts got cleared. I don't think he's going to play the majority. I think he's going to get some reps, but I think GVM will and Dewberry will probably roll the guards for the majority of the
100%.
Well, because I think GVM's been running with the ones in prep, and so I think it would be silly to swap out the day before the game.
Yeah. Zach, man, thank you. Dude, look, here's the thing.
Thank you, Zachary.
We do this because we like talking about, we don't always know what we're talking about. We don't always have all of the information. Sometimes we do. So it just depends. We all know people and stuff like that. But you guys, it's your show.
Are the show. Yeah.
And yeah, that's why like typically when we do stuff like this and it's not pre-planned, we're going to talk about what you guys want to talk about in the chat.
Yes.
It's for you to have we're just some dudes. Jeff's in his living room.
For all of us.
I'm sitting in a closet right now under my stairs. I was in the garage.
Yeah, you need some AC.
Like this is my wall right here.
It's just a way for us to all chat, to get in here and talk about Alabama. That's what we want to do. So tomorrow night gonna be live after we bust Florida State up.
Yeah, it'll be, man.
We're gonna get up on here at some point tomorrow night, and we're gonna break that down.
Yeah, the more I'm thinking about it, the better I feel about it. Man, I just think Alabama. I think what you're going to see out of Alabama tomorrow. I think a lot of us are going to take a step back and go, "Oh, like this might be special."
I think you're going to see a different Debo on the sideline in terms of his demeanor, in terms of his interactions, in terms of the way he does his sideline deal, the way he is during games. I think you're going to see. I think we're going to see the real version of DeBoer this year. A year with these referees, with the people in the state. He's now everything's not so new. It's all familiar. Like we've said a million times, this is his team now. Like there's nobody that stuck here because they came for Nick Saban. They've had ample chances to go. The roster is his. You're going to see I think you're just going to see him different tomorrow during the game too.
Yeah. Shout out Gage. Gage is our newest official Waaaay Offsides insider. Let's hit him with the loud elephant noise because that's what we give our members. Welcome in. Gage, with that, what that means is you're going to get access to members-only content this season. That'll be blog posts, videos that only you will be able to see. As well, we will do members-only watch parties and all sorts of fun stuff when we get a little later into SEC play, man. So thank you.
The welcome gong.
We also have a gong.
We also have a welcome gong. So welcome.
You are part of the Bama now. Oh, I'm using that. I'm still in that, Gage. You're part of the Bama. So.
Oh, well done. I never heard that before. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed, Lance. He was fighting with two hands.
Yeah, look.
His back. Oh my God, Zach. Yes, Chris does have one. Dude. That was great that we both went there. Shout out to Chris.
Yeah, Chris is going to be so mad when he watches this. Wait, I saw something I wanted to answer. I lost it already.
Thank you, JB.
Lance's comment. Yeah, look, man, I do think that Kalen DeBoer was kind of stuck with playing Jalen Milroe last year. And again, this isn't a knock against Jalen Milroe. I think Jalen Milroe was extremely important to help with the transition of the team after Nick Saban left. I think without him, it would have been worse had he left. The wheels could have fallen completely off. Was he the best option at quarterback? Probably not. But Kalen DeBoer understood that he was that glue that kind of was keeping everything together. So he kind of had to play him. And then again, I feel like I say this every time we're on camera, but if you go back and look at Kalen DeBoer's track record, everywhere he's been, Sioux Falls, Fresno, Washington, year 2 that's the year.
Always better.
He pops off in year 2. It is, he's fantastic in year 2. Once he gets established, kind of gets his bearings. He's been good year 2 everywhere he's gone. I don't understand or see a reason why he wouldn't be at Alabama.
Now with the resources and the talent and speed he's going to have here, come on.
And he's got Morgan
Bros in the house, man. His buddy's back. The old gang's back together. And don't worry. What's his name? Will be back soon too. Huff, is that his last name? The offensive line coach that was at Washington with him.
I think, dude, if Alabama's offensive line isn't up to par this season, I'm with you. Yeah, I think Huff ends up in Tuscaloosa.
He may find his way back anyway in some other capacity if it's not offensive line.
Yeah. The only thing, and to Kat's point here, the only thing that worries me about Alabama this year are the things that they can't control. Injuries would be one of them that could kind of derail everything.
Yeah.
Injuries
play such a role in the outcome of things.
Yeah.
And as we're doing all these preseason guesses and our preseason picks for the tournament and all that, we're all basing these off healthy rosters. And it could all be washed out by week 3 if 3 quarterbacks have torn ACLs and 3 teams are down to their backup or third string quarterbacks. Everything's out the window.
Wait, hold on. Second longest home win streak behind Georgia, Washington.
Really?
That's not surprising, honestly. I'm not surprised.
I mean, he was 27-3 in 2 years at Washington.
Yeah. You guys don't forget this guy's beaten Sarkisian. He's beaten Lanning twice, right? He's beaten Kirby Smart. Yeah, he lost to Clark Lee, but come on.
I think he's beaten Lanning 3 times and Sark twice.
Yeah. Either way, I mean, this is
He's
where
beating Kirby Smart.
Yeah, I know for some people the verdict is still out on Kalen DeBoer, and it's because we lost to Vanderbilt, and then we lost to Oklahoma, then we lost to Tennessee. It's been forever since Alabama's lost 3 games in a season. But when you really kind of take a step back and look at it in a realistic, real world situation, that season last year was much better than it probably should have been. It went better
100%.
than it probably should have been. I think that there was a lot of stuff going. And actually, I've heard Ryan Williams say it, that he was going through a lot of stuff. I think that there was some internal stuff that was going on in that locker room that has now weeded itself out. I'm not going to name no names. You can probably figure it out. But I just think all the distractions are gone. And again, Jeff, we say this all the time too. We've heard it. Everybody we talk to who's part of the program. We've had Xavier Griffin, his mom, on. I had Nick Abrams. I did an interview with Jeff. We did. Were you with me when we did Jet Tamala? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We did Jet Tamala, and all of them talked about the culture and how it feels back to what it once was. Josh Pate. Oh, I love Josh Pate. I've got a ton of respect for him. He was there for the scrimmage. He came out and said the same thing. He said, man, this is a good football team. This is a finished product, is what he said. So
we're going to show the world tomorrow at 2:30. We're about to start showing people.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right, Lance. Elijah Pritchett had a rough go last night for the old.
Didn't Elijah Pritchett get arrested for something in Tuscaloosa?
Mopery?
Yeah.
Somebody out there knows what that's from. Mopery. Look it up.
Yeah, sometimes they just don't, Zach. You're right. Sometimes dudes just aren't fit. Schematically. I think that Julian saying, I think that conversation was probably similar to what Jesus, Lance. Delays of game as in penalties or weather?
Weather.
I
hope you don't have any delay of game penalties. Those are the worst.
Right? I'll tell you this. If you haven't, I've probably said it like 4 times, but I live in Florida. I live about 4 hours from Tallahassee. I'm originally from Alabama, grew up in Alabama, that whole thing. I always add that caveat so people don't think I'm just some bandwagon guy that jumped on because of Nick Saban. I grew up in Northeast Alabama. But anyway, the weather here changes very quickly. I'm about 4 miles from the Atlantic Ocean. And I'm not joking when I say it can be pouring down rain and thunderstorming 1 minute, the next minute it's 99 degrees, and then 2 minutes later there's a tornado, or it's crazy. And so the weather does change very quickly. They are calling for Lance. They are calling for lightning tomorrow, so I would not be surprised if there is a delay. It's just weather.
So nothing gets you like that until you're at a park trying to ride rides and they're like, gotta stop. There's rain in the distance. Really? And then you watch it like go around you and then sun. And then you get back on and ride it once. And they're like, well, there's rain over there. Stop the ride.
So the last time I was at one of the theme parks in Orlando, I won't say which one, but I was going on a ride and it started to storm. So they were like, they shut it down. They're like, you can come back later. Well, the thing opens back up, and of course, everybody flocks to it.
Sure.
You can see the storm coming, another storm coming. So they're like rushing people to get them on. And man, we're riding this thing, and we go up the first hill, and you just see lightning.
Good Lord.
I'm like, oh no.
Like you look down, and everybody's like running out of the park. You're going, what?
Yeah.
Right as you go to that down crest.
Cat.
There's nobody at the stand. You're
It was Magic Kingdom, Cat.
It was.
The ride with Tiana's.
Have they changed the Rock and Roller Coaster, the Muppets ride yet?
It's happening. They're in the process of doing it. I know.
Although that's that video they played in Rock and Roller Coaster. If you look at Steve Tyler, you're like, oh, that's got to be like 25 years old.
Yeah, you're like, he had to be like 25. Man.
He looks like a goblin now, And it's like,
it's coming, Gage. It's coming, man.
Yeah, it's coming.
We're gonna wrap this thing. Here's what we're gonna do, guys. In just a little bit, we're gonna wrap this thing up in probably about 6 minutes because that'll put us at the hour mark. We're gonna wrap this thing up, and here's what we're all gonna do. We're all gonna go get a warm cup of milk. We're gonna sip it, and we're gonna go lay in our beds. We're gonna turn the lights off and get real snug in our beds. Kat, do you remember the old Disney commercial? The whole I can't go to sleep. I'm too excited. that's what I feel like right now, man. I'm just so ready for this game tomorrow.
I recommend like
I'm
3
so stoked.
Ambiens.
But deal,
Sleep
everybody.
until
Warm
Wednesday.
milk. Don't do that. It's terrible advice from Jeff. Don't. You're gonna wake up in another state, butt naked, confused.
Chris, he was supposed to be on the show tonight.
That's what Chris is doing. Ball headed. What happened to my hair? So, oh my gosh, no, we can't do that anymore. Bill's. We let Bill out, Lance.
That's it. It puts the lotion on its skin.
Oh, John, why'd you have to bring it up? Okay. I know there are a lot of people who feel like this should have happened a long time ago, and I don't disagree that Corso should have probably been gone a long time ago. But this is going to hurt. This is going to suck. It's the end of an era.
I'll be fine. I'm not a Corso guy. I never have been. So
some of us are more sensitive than Jeff.
Possibly.
Jeff has no heart.
I've never been a Corso fan, though. So, in my opinion,
you don't like
wishing him the best in his retirement.
You don't like the headgear pick, man?
I think I'm not a Corso fan. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. All right, that's fair.
I'm not going to throw shade at the guy on his day, his day before his first thing.
Can we just all admit we know who he's picking tomorrow? His first ever headgear pick was Ohio State.
Yeah. He may not make it. God, Lance, dude. Lance firing rockets tonight, man. I've said that the last like 5 years. Like I'll be surprised if he makes it to the end of the season. Agreed, Kat.
You know who's going to be
my dad
tomorrow? You know who's going to be balling tomorrow? Kirk Herbstreit. That's it.
Oh, Army's already your best friend, Cotton.
Oh, why's that? Hold on. Oh, dude. 100%. Dude, for the past year, I've been challenging Paul Feinbaum to a boxing match, and he has yet to accept my invitation. I cannot stand that dude. People from Alabama that listen to him, and they don't understand that he's made millions of dollars off of making people from Alabama look ignorant and stupid. I mean, some of us are.
He sits there. He just sits there and just puts caller after caller after caller, and then says, "Let's go to break." And then come back. And he says, "Welcome back." Caller after caller after caller, and then go to break.
John, no, they actually said that they're done. They're not going to do that anymore. So they're probably going to let Pat McAfee do something.
McAfee's going to put on the jockstrap of the team he thinks is going to win.
Rammer, jammer, yellow hammer.
Yeah. That's what it goes about. After he rips about 4 Shotskis.
Did you see him in Ireland last year? Just completely crap face.
Oh, yes.
Freaking dancing with Miss Terry and stuff.
That was epic. Oh my God. That was awesome.
Well, all right, guys. I guess we'll go ahead and wrap up. Tomorrow's going to be a great day.
Thanks for hopping on. 240 of you. I appreciate that.
Fantastic. Yeah.
If you're in the chat, you guys are awesome.
Yeah, if you're in here, if you're watching over on X, please consider going over to YouTube and giving us a subscribe while you're there, please. It's simple. Also, reminder, I know I already said it once, but head over to the website when you're done here. You can do it on your phone, Waaaay Offsides with 4 A's. You're going to get a pop-up. Put in your email address. We'll send videos, blogs, all sorts of stuff straight to your phone. We actually, I started working on our merch shop again today, Jeff, and we've got some cool stuff coming out for the season. Some hoodies and stuff like that. You don't have to get them, but if you want them, they're there. So
you can find us on TeePublic too. There's stuff there too.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, Jeff, I forgot. I was not trying to not bring it up. I just honestly forgot. I'll be 100% honest.
No, that's cool.
I'm sorry, man.
There's there are different things in each one, so that all goes to the same place.
Yeah, my pocket.
It all goes to the government.
Also, hey, if you're not already, Gage became a Waaaay Offsides official insider today.
Gage.
You can do the same thing. We've got 2 options for you: underclassmen, upperclassmen. I'm not going to read all this, but here you go. The link is there in the chat. Please consider becoming a Waaaay Offsides official member today. And with that, I think we're going to lock this thing down, and it's time for that warm glass of milk and to get your butt in bed. It is game day eve, boys and girls, and St. Nick is coming down the chimney later. And by coming down the chimney, I mean game day starts at 9 a.m. my time. So that's all I got, man. You got anything, Jeff?
I don't. This was a good night of football, some good games. SEC went in Baylor and won, so we're good with that. Plus, our picks are still alive, so we're also good with that. But yes, we'll be on at some point tomorrow to talk about the Tide and how we looked in that Florida State game. Win or lose, we'll be on to discuss.
Absolutely. Until then, say your prayers, read your Bibles, wash your hands. Horns down, beat Auburn and LSU and Tennessee too. Roll Tide.